Welcome back, folks, to your favorite movie review channel, Man Cinema Reviews in the house, with its ever so lovely host, as always, Peter Man. What's up, y'all? Well, today we got the latest in Netflix exclusive, The Killer. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and take care of some business. That is to press like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell as well. Otherwise, the killer might visit you when you're sleeping. Keep one eye open. Solitary, cold, methodical, and unencumbered by scruples or regrets, a killer waits in the shadows, watching for his next target. Yet, the longer he waits, the more he thinks he's losing his mind, if not his cool. So that's just the vibes of the film. This film is nothing but vibes. And oh, did I forget to mention up top that this is directed by David Fincher, from the screenplay by his boy Andrew Kevin Walker. You know, the guy who wrote Seven. They haven't worked together since. And it's just a bombshell, a hit. We also have the score by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. Those are his boys ever since The Social Network. And you know, with the film that he made last, which was Mank, Passion Project, a screenplay written by his father, something that, you know, the Netflix can only acquire for a auteur director like David Fincher. It's sleek, it's sophisticated, it's cool, and it's dark, it's gritty, and it stars Michael Fassbender and co-stars Tilda Swinton. Now, this is about a contract killer who listens to the Smiths. He's very methodical, very cool, very cold, very calculated. And yet, when he's in the depths of taking aim, looking in the scope, making sure he's gonna get a critical hit, his heart races and is at the rate of like in the hundreds. And you know, he has to get closer to the 60s range. So when he is cool, calm, collected, and he has his mark in sight, then things go awry in this Parisian hotel. He manages to get away, and yet this film, it's in, it's out. The screenplay is just gripping, and it's intense, and it's fast-paced, it's kinetic, and it's just in your face. David Fincher. I really think that this is Michael Fassbender at the top of his peak. I haven't seen Fassbender in quite some time, so it's great to see him return to the screen. And he holds down this film in its duration. Again, this is an unnamed contract killer that has very high stakes involved. Once he misses the mark, things go awry. In the beginning, he has to go back to his hideaway, and yet things are compromised. His space, his home is violated, and you'll get into that. I don't want to get too much into the details because I want you to come in cold, clean slate, because this is a fast-paced thrill ride that is very menacing, very dark, very David Fincher. And I love the way that it's shot, it's scripted, the score. Atticus Ross and Trent Reznor, my man, Nine Inch Nails frontman, holds it down with a score that is very illuminating, very eerie, very cool, and it also has ethereal notes as well. He goes through episodic stages. This is from a novel, so scenes are set up in chapters. He goes from the Dominican Republic to New Orleans to Florida to Chicago to New York, and ends up back in the Dominican Republic. And from there on, you know, there is something that happens. His world is threatened, and he's here to be the cleanup man, the contract killer that knows no bounds, doesn't have risks, sticks to the plan. He always has to have this mantra of sticking to the plan. And the man, other than how the events kick off, never misses. If he is scoping up and he is in the crosshairs, chances are is you're a goner. So I like how the film just centers in on Michael Fassbender, and again, Tilda Swinton has a very great scene towards the end of the film. David Fincher is at the top of his game. Like I said, he's in and out. The guy rarely misses. And he's just a auteur director that only gets bigger and better, and his scope widens. This film was in production back in 2007, but I'm glad that he did a couple things in between in order to get to The Killer. This is him at his best, at his peak, is what he's known for, and it's a David Fincher film through and through. The Killer is just one of the greatest films, and I'm just saddened that I didn't get to see the select screening that happened in LA. Luckily, I have Netflix, so I just wish that this film was released wide, and I would love to see it in theaters. That's my only gripe with this film. If you know that my rating is going to be a full-fledged 5 stars. It's David Fincher, Michael Fassbender, Tilda Swinton. You can't miss. The Killer is one thrill ride that is very cool, cold, calculated, but precise. Thank you very much for choosing Man Cinema Reviews. I got more reviews from you. Hopefully you get one more review with my son. Hopefully maybe to make sure you go see Peter's Pokedex. He's got a new episode. He's got another episode on the way as well. We're doing bigger and better things coming in the new year. Be looking forward to my best ofs, my disappointments of 2023, and we'll see you on the next review.